Hi, welcome to RedRum Radio, where we're discussing how stupidly intelligent I am.
I'm Denise.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's stupidly intelligent.
I'm Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy's here. This episode's about Bryan.
Another episode about me. I literally don't know why. Okay, so you know how... Okay, we're going to do that episode about the Jehovah's Witnesses later, but you know how I grew up in that? Mm-hmm. So...
Wait, no, we don't know. So you grew up...
Yes, we talked about that.
We
so
did.
did
we both
I.
did.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Bitch, we talked about this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I don't know about an episode, but...
No, not an episode, but we've told
about it.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, but I mean, we as in the people.
Oh, we the people. No, we the people do not know.
Oh, sorry.
We the people
So
do
the
not
people
know.
need to break down that of your background. I think we should start there. The background of your life. Let's start. What were you thinking when you were 5 years old?
Oh, this is a whole Bryan episode.
Jesus.
Let's make this a Bryan episode. Because we've done an episode about you and your stories, like your spooky stories, but we don't know who you are.
Yeah, no,
who are you?
Not a lot of people know who I am.
Well, okay.
And it's not on... I don't know if it's not on purpose or anything like that. It's just... I don't like talking about myself too much. Well, I do. I love talking about myself. I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, like Cindy did, and all that. And like my mom was kind of strict about it because my grandma was. So your aunt was really, really into it.
I think that she was just pressed.
Yeah, she was.
It's like my mom was.
Yeah.
So does the church provide like a support system?
It does as long as you follow the rules.
Because I believe my grandmother, my dad's mom, was involved in that, and at least like the two youngest, like her two youngest daughters, they're still kind of like involved.
Yeah.
Involved. I don't know if they still go, to
regularly and all that.
Mm-hmm. But I remember even like 5 years ago hearing that one of them wasn't going to one of our events, like a baptism or something, because of that.
If she's not doing that, then she's probably still heavily into it.
Yeah.
And my grandma was like very like attached to that because of the support system, since she was a single mother.
Right.
So I think, I don't know.
I mean, again, like like every community that you're a part of, you create, or every group creates a community. So like, it doesn't matter what church you go to, you create that community. You go to play basketball at a park and you meet the same people over and over again, you create a community. And that's your support system that you would have.
Right.
Depending if it's good or bad is the thing. And what terms that support system supports you is also very heavily what makes that organization so notorious is because they're very much so conditional in the fact that you have to follow their rules, you have to be part of everything, you have to do what they say, and that's the only times you do get support, because that does happen with like when my mom and my dad got divorced and all that. Like there was no support system there because they're like, no, you're like divorced, and that's kind of against like the rules we have in the church and all that. And after that, their support system kind of left, and like then my mom stopped.
That's when like is she still part of it?
No, she hasn't been part of it for a while.
That's where like you lose it. So I've assumed that's why people get into religion, for that support system.
Yeah.
Like that comfort.
Because you want to be part of something. That's what the big part of why people join organizations, cults, fucking join the neo-Nazi groups, because they want to feel like they're part of something. Yeah. Whether it's good or bad, is really what it's up to, I guess, society as a whole to decide. But
you're just winging it at that point, I guess.
Yeah.
I choose you.
But because of that, I read a lot for the church stuff, and I just got used to reading a lot of stuff. And I liked watching documentaries growing up. We didn't have cable, so I just watched PBS all the time because PBS was on during
PBS, baby.
PBS was on during the day.
So
I'm like, PBS did to you what it was meant to do.
Yeah, it actually works, guys.
And then like The Simpsons and all that wasn't until nighttime.
Yeah.
So like I've watched PBS up until fucking Simpsons was on, and then fucking all of a sudden, like, which is weird because now
so your family let you watch The Simpsons?
Oh hell no.
Oh yeah,
hell no! I would have. Okay, so The Simpsons and Jeopardy were on at the same time.
Sneaky.
So I would have Jeopardy on when The Simpsons was off, like on commercial or whatever, or if I heard someone come by, like, okay, flip the TV so like I don't get caught watching The Simpsons
So
or
you
like
were
King of the
learning
Hill.
at the same time.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
learning Jeopardy.
Well, no, okay, I fucking love Jeopardy in the first place.
Yeah.
I will sit and watch Jeopardy and I will answer the fucking questions.
He's like, balance.
Yeah,
It's all about balance, guys.
it is about
literally.
balance.
You're a well-rounded human being.
Man, I got a big head too. But because of that, you know, I got into a lot of just reading and that. And then once I got the internet, Wikipedia just kind of became my second home because, like, I was in school and all that. I was in AP classes. I was in honors classes. So I was doing research for that. And then when I was done, I was like, okay, let me click into this. Let me find out about this.
You
like,
just fall into like rabbit holes.
yeah, exactly. If I
It's
don't know
like
if
what we do now in TikTok, or
Right.
like.
But I was doing it
Reels.
with Wikipedia. I was doing it with like Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
I was doing it with like this shit, and I was reading a lot of books too, not just like fiction books, because I love reading fiction books, but I was also reading like biographies. I was reading history books and all that, just like learning stuff,
This makes sense.
and that just like helped me like get a lot into my head. And the whole like pop culture stuff, I do the same thing. So that's why I know so much about like all the little drama shit. Like I was telling you earlier about the Becky G shit, because I'm just reading.
Yeah, I'm like, that shit wasn't even out yet. You're
No,
over
dude,
here
it was.
fucking-
I was on my phone. It was like 6 hours old. I was like, "What the fuck? How come I've never heard of this? And how come Carla hasn't sent it to me yet? Because that would have been one of the first things she would have
Yeah.
fucking did, was send
Yeah.
me it." And I was, you know, I just told you, it's just like I was reading it. I read the whole fucking thing, and it took me like what 3-4 minutes. And it's just weirdly that I have this memory, I guess. Like it's still like here I have this fucking beer. I've been fucking smoking weed, and still I'm recalling all this shit, which I don't understand why I do.
Well, you're just exercising your mind in a way that most people don't. You, even under the influence, so to speak, your mind is still working.
And he's been exercising it since he was.
You
little.
know what you're like, since you smoke and drink and do all this. You're like people that smoke and exercise.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it's the same concept. They're doing something that other people are like, I could never work out and smoke. I'm too lazy, or like I just get like, you know, I
Yeah,
just
there's
want to
like
like
the people who get slumped and all that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do the same thing. Like,
But you do that
like,
with your brain. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. Like you're smoking, you're exercising your
oh,
brain.
oh no, right. But I'll also get slumped. Like, I'll let myself like not do it.
Well, you need a break.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, you need a break too.
I feel like his mind is always just like
Yeah.
going like a
It-
fucking hamster wheel.
It kind of is. And that's like why I have a notebook. If you ever see me writing in it, it's just because it's just like shit that I'm thinking. And if you ever see me like staring at something,
There's like a million things going through your brain.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Like right now.
like whenever I stop and when I not talk and when I'm speaking slowly, that's when you should be worried, because then that's when like I'm really like gonna say something stupidly intelligent that I probably shouldn't fucking ever say, because it's just the way that my brain thinks. And it's
Yeah.
just the way that it goes. Because I'm just trying to recollect any sort of information that would be relevant to whatever the hell
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Because right now that's just what I'm bringing up, and
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, because I've never actually like read into how memory works, because
Yeah.
memory, well, it's weird connections, because memory could be sense memory, can be smell
sure.
memory, sight memory, touch memory, and, all, and whatever the fuck it could be.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like you see my Dodger jacket, that's like a sight memory for my mom, because my grandpa had a Dodger jacket just like that. So like that's kind of like why I bought it, because it was like, okay, it'd be something for like both of us to remember. Like, this is like for my grandpa. Like,
Gotcha.
like that sort of memory. Like, and when I see it, that's like what I think, and I remember those types of things, you know.
So it's like a type of like photographic memory in a sense.
I do have a little bit of a photographic memory, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, I bet.
It's really off, because then I've had like there's few times where my friends are like, "Hey, what was the beer we had this day, such and such?" And I'm like,
You can like
this.
see the label.
It's literally, I see the label.
Yeah.
And then if I don't see the label, I will recognize at least a couple words off of it. And if I
Yeah.
see it on the menu, I'm like, that's the one.
I could never in my life ever do that. I have the worst fucking memory of
Oh, and I told you guys I was in marching band, right?
Yes.
Oh,
so
me
you have to
too.
memorize music. So we memorized like 8-10 minutes of music directly.
Yeah.
And I memorized that whole thing.
Yeah, memorizing music was easy for me.
Right, that shit's easy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the easiest
It
thing.
was fun too.
And I think that's what like builds into like why I have that memories because of that because the music memory like helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know lyrics so easily too.
I know. Why is it that I can remember the lyrics from like when I was 7 years old?
Yeah.
The hit songs, but I can't remember what I did this morning.
I don't. Oh, I woke up, and then I saw your text. I took a shower.
You woke up like
and
in the middle of the day.
Well, yeah, because I fucking work at late at night.
Like,
so
I'm not gonna lie,
that
I was
my
barely
morning.
rolling out of bed at that time too, because I went out last night. So I was just like slumming it.
Yeah, but that's why I know a lot. I guess I'm just interested in so much.
So is anybody else in your family like that? Like you have a brother, right?
Yeah,
No,
two
his brother's
brothers.
So
Brandon or
yeah,
Bradley.
Brandon's like, you guys are all different.
Yeah, Brandon's
So different.
Brandon's more number smart. So he'll be very very much so number smart with it. Like that's his intelligence. Bradley, I don't know yet. I think
He's still going through his
he's still
teenage.
How old is Bradley?
16.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's trying to find himself. So
Yeah. I know my mom talked about wanting to be a writer and write and all that, but I don't really know anybody else in my family. Do you know anybody? Like, who's done like the most? Who's like a fucking
Someone like me.
scientist?
How about you?
damn.
Brian's the smartest one out of everybody in the whole
Like
family.
the immediate
No,
family. That's what I mean. Like who's up there? There's got to be someone who's like works for the government and all that shit. Does like science work.
not anybody that I know of.
Yeah. Because I know mi tío Juan, he works like for Pemex. He's like an engineer. over
Okay,
there.
yeah. So them like, they're your uncles, right?
Yeah.
They're all like went to universities and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, mi tía
what-
Cari's a architect. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
like have good careers. One of our other tias, her kids all went to universities. I mean, they don't have like engineering jobs, but they all went to university.
What do they
They all
do?
graduated, all that stuff.
Do they do, like,
I don't
business
know,
work?
honestly. I don't
Who-
know what they.
Juan-
My tia
Juan-
Rosa's kids.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
Adriana, Evelyn.
didn't they go for like nursing and all that?
I don't know. I don't think
thought
so.
they did. I thought Evelyn went for nursing.
I don't know. I just know they all work for Kaiser, but
Yeah, I know
it's
that.
not like, like I don't want to degrade their jobs, but it's not like scientist shit like you're talking about.
Right.
But I know they all went. They were smart. They went to universities. So like that's all them. But I don't know. I don't really think we have anybody like that.
Like business owners.
Yeah,
And all that.
yeah, like crazy.
Like the only one I know would just be mi tío Beto, but he got the business from my grandpa. you
Yeah.
know? But I don't know anybody else who's just started their own shit or
Yeah.
is an inventor or anything like that. Like, I don't know.
But I feel like in families, there's always,
There's one.
yeah.
There's always one that's like exceptional for no good reason.
Yeah.
Like we don't. Oh, well, we have someone who, or it's on the Parra side, so my family, or my mom's side, my mom's dad's side, who is on the Mexican national team. He's I forget, like a center back. He's on America actually. No, not on America. He's on Club Tijuana. Los
Oh, that's
Cholos.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I think he's like 16, 17 years old when he's on the team.
Yeah.
Like with the fucking
Well,
adults.
Yeah. Usually at a young age, you have to expose yourself to that if you can. If you
Right.
can't even make it there, you know?
Yeah, and he was on the team and
Mm-hmm.
he played against them on TV, and I saw him there. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. He was in
That's
there for a
dope,
little
yeah.
bit, but
That's so cool, like to
Yeah.
have somebody in your family. When
Yeah.
you see them, you're like, oh shit, like they made it.
is that
Put
gonna
our
be
name
you?
out there.
Is that going to be you?
Like we gotta get fucking famous off of that shit. But yeah, I'm glad we got to talk about you a little bit. We got to do one on you next.
Yeah.
I have no fucking story. Don't ask me shit.
I know you've never even like drowned.
Yeah.
Dude, like, as you
Like
talk
she's never
about,
had like a near death
Because
experience.
we were like, what are we gonna talk about? And then she's like, oh, near death experience. She was like, have you ever had one? I said no. She's like, I have, and I'm like,
I don't think I have.
No, you guys have
No.
just like always been safely alive.
she's like, you just always been
Well,
alive. I'm like, yeah.
You've never,
I mean, because I've gone through surgery. I don't think anything bad happened there.
Have you ever broken bones?
I don't think that we would count that as a near death.
No, but no, not
But
near
I've
death.
broken a
But things.
bone.
I've never broken a bone. I was telling her I've never gotten in a car
teeth
accident.
pulled. I've been in a car accident. I fell down a hill once. So I rolled really.
Even worse. Fuck.
wait, but like
I
okay,
rolled
but-
downstairs in
but,
the
like,
movie theater
not
once when I was
feeling-
7 years old. Con mi tía Ruth. We were I forget what movie we were
This is
watching.
near death experience.
This is yes. I was fucking little chubby Mexican kids, fucking 7, 8 years old, en el centro. No, ¿cómo se llama el plaza? It's in Tijuana, right? But we were going out. The movie was over, and I don't know what happened, but I tripped and I fell down from like the middle top of the theater all the way to the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, that could be a near death experience. I mean,
I lived.
you're a survivor.
Could have hit your fucking head or you broke your neck at the
Dude,
bottom.
yeah, like, you know.
She said you're a survivor.
You're a survivor.
I'm dead. That's so
Yeah. I was telling you that I've had 2 near death experiences where I almost drowned. And each one, my brothers saved me. Like one brother saved me the one time, and then my other brother saved me the other time.
Where did you drown?
The first time was at Canyon Lake. And I don't know if I was telling her, I don't know if it was like the current of the water like pulled me from the bottom and just pulled. And it just happened so fast that I had no air in my lungs or my body that I just like sunk. And I just kept looking up at the top of the water and I just see like the sunlight coming through and just like trying to swim up.
What
and
were
I
you
just
thinking?
couldn't. I was just like, I'm never gonna reach it. I just felt like I'm never gonna get to the top of the surface.
But were you like, fuck, I'm gonna die?
I was freaking out. Yeah, I panicked, and I was like 6, 7 years old at the time, and I just kept like, just trying to swim, and then all of a sudden I just feel that I got pulled up to the surface, and it was my older brother. He dragged me out of the water and just left me on the shore. He was like, "Stay here. I don't want to take care of you."
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
And the second time was in a pool in Las Vegas, and those get really packed with all these drunk adults, and I must have been like 11 or so.
Oh, I was about to ask, did you drown as an adult or these
No,
both?
I was
that's
like
the
11.
second one.
That's what I asked. 'Cause I
That
was like,
second
Vegas.
one
I was like,
sounded-
was this recent?
yeah.
No, my parents would take us and just leave us there to fend for ourselves
Oh,
while they went
Jesus.
to go gamble, So, yeah, then my brothers were just like responsible for taking care of me. And that time my other brother saw me struggling. I just sunk to the bottom of the pool. And he...
You said someone stepped on you, right?
Yeah, someone stepped on me and I just like went straight down and then I started paddling up again towards the surface and again it felt like, fuck, not again.
Were they like on you the whole time that you couldn't move?
No, it was just like crowded. It was just like, really crowded. So it's like you're trying to find like that little break of
people.
of
Or, like,
people, in between people. And finally, I kind of like bobbed my head out of the water, but I still like with all the splashing and everything, I just couldn't get a good breath. And my brother saw me and just like pushed me up against the wall, and I was able to grab onto the wall, and I just threw up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, when I went one time, I took the girls to Fontana because they have a public pool and it's super cool. They have like water slides and stuff.
Yeah.
And me and the 2 little ones were in the shallow pool, the kids one, and I fucking turned around and there's like this little Asian boy. They pulled him out of the water and he was like laying next to the pool, like right above it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like bleeding from his fucking nose. I think he was like something like how
he
it
like
happened
inhaled.
to you. He like somebody had pushed him under or whatever, and he was like dying. He was like
Yeah.
drowning, and they had to do CPR on him, and I was like fucking traumatized.
Yeah, it's just scary.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I got lucky that I threw up because if
Yeah,
not,
I think he
would've-
ended up waking up, but he was like unconscious, and they like took him to the front, and they like made everyone get out of the pool, and I thought they were gonna like shut the whole shit down, but yeah, it was scary. I was like, fuck,
It is scary.
and it's scarier because my dumbass doesn't know how to swim. So anytime we go like to a lake or anything, like I'm
Aren't you like 35? You don't know how to
yes,
swim?
and I get so fucking anxious. I hate taking my kids because I get so anxious, and I'm like,
Do you know enough to like
No.
float? Fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary. Yeah. That is scary.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna open up a GoFundMe to fund her swimming lessons.
literally no. And I've literally on like honest to God, I've been thinking, I'm like, fuck, I really need to take some swimming lessons because
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
getting
have
old,
kids.
dude. Not even that. Imagine you yourself fucking drown. Don't know. how to
fuck me. Like if my kids ever were to fall, like what the fuck am I gonna
Yeah.
do? I can't jump in. I'm gonna fucking die,
Die
with
with
them. You know, like it's not like.
At
Yeah,
least,
we're
like,
both
I mean,
gonna
like,
die.
let's say you were to be a pool and you're willing to sacrifice your body for your kid, which I'm sure you would. You could push them up and like drown. You know?
Yeah.
At least you'll save your kid. You'll go
Yeah.
out as a good mom.
Yeah. True.
But you know, ideally, in a perfect world, you want to live.
Yeah, dude,
You
I
know?
really need to honestly learn how to swim.
Yeah, you
because that
do.
shit's scary. And my worst fucking fear is like that my kids is gonna like jump, God forbid, in a pool, and what
Yeah.
the fuck am I gonna do? Like,
I wouldn't say I know how to like swim well, but I could like survive. You know, like I
yeah,
could
so
float.
Jonathan doesn't really like he can swim, but he's like not like how you
Yeah,
said.
like, I
he'll
just-
get by.
I just started learning how to like dive into a pool last summer.
So my mom raised me white, and I took swimming lessons in a whole ass pool with a diving board and all that shit at the YMCA.
Oh, wow.
So I know how to do that. I know how to do the backstroke, butterfly stroke.
Of course you do.
So then you have a teacher here.
Like just go with me everywhere.
This summer you guys can
Oh,
come
yeah.
over and swim and teach her how to swim in my backyard.
Good, yeah.
And my kids.
Then we'd have to give you floaties.
Fuck it.
We have floaties. We have life jackets for kids.
Yeah.
And adults.
Yeah, I was about
like
to say
those
we need
baby
life jackets
classes.
for her.
The baby classes.
Oh, where they fucking just toss the baby?
No,
I've
dude,
seen those
they're
videos. They're
so
fucking hilarious.
expensive. They're like $100 an hour, but it's
Wait, not the ones where they just toss the
No,
baby.
yeah.
Okay.
And the baby
Can't
just fucking turns
Can't we just
around.
do that here?
Yeah, you can.
well, they go to the people's houses and the instructor will go. That's why it's so expensive because they'll go to your house. But
So
it's so freaking worth it because you just never know.
Did you do that with
No.
the girls? No. Did you wish you did that with them? Because you
Yeah.
said they'd still.
But I
still
wonder
haven't,
if it's just like as a baby kind of thing.
It is as a baby.
Yeah, because they have that natural instinct since they were in the womb.
Yeah,
in the
so
water, so
like
they
they
don't
So they
freak out.
float.
Does it go away eventually? Like once they get bigger?
I'd imagine so because you're not using it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's like kids that are water babies, and you could tell off the bat they have a good time in the water, and the others are just like, fuck this. They're like, no.
I was definitely a water baby.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get me out of a pool.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I was like that too growing up. We would always be somewhere worth a pool every weekend. Like my dad would take us out. Hotels always had pools. My brothers and I would be in the pool while it was fucking raining. Like we didn't give a fuck. Like we were definitely water babies. But for me, as an adult now, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies to go
Isn't
in a
it
pool.
so crazy how much you change once you get older? And you,
Yeah,
like,
well, it's just
grow
like,
out of
man,
Yeah, I know.
your ass has been drinking all fucking day, and I have not
Did you hear
seen
him?
you. What do you say?
shit. He said, "No, yeah, I'm bald." Because I said,
I'm like, yeah, I'm like 100 pounds heavier than I should be.
I weigh less now than I did in high school. So
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're doing it right. I'm not. I'm like, all the stuff that you lost, I found it.
so did Cindy.
"Yeah."
I'm only saying
She
that because
lost weight too. She
right, but
lost-
earlier I don't know what the hell she was saying that her clothes fit me. I don't know what that means.
I know.
still.
We're still so confused over that comment. Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Who you trying to compliment? Who you offending? I don't get it. It's like
was
offending.
just like-
it's offending everybody and nobody at the same time.
wasn't-
It's so fucking.
It wasn't like.
I'm like, how
offense.
dare
I know
you?
it's not, but at the same time,
good
it's
thing
it-
for you, I guess.
Right? No, right. At the same time, like, how dare you? But like, yes,
But thank you.
yeah.
It's a backhanded compliment.
Nah,
Yeah.
I still have your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys
I didn't
have
think
shared
about that.
clothes before?
Oh my God, you don't know?
No.
Her Valentine's Day, they had me open the wine bottle.
Okay.
But my
Oh, yeah, what
my
happened?
other aunt had shaken it up a little bit when she was trying to do it. And then they gave it to me, and I was doing it, and it just fucking poured all over my fucking pajamas. And
So
then
that's why you weren't wearing pajamas?
No, he
I was
was.
beforehand. And then
And you
the
guys switched?
videos you saw on like Carla's thing with me and the Chargers one, that's hers.
I was wondering. I was
No.
like, look at him. All of
No.
a sudden,
No,
a
because I brought him
Chargers
out. I
fan.
was like, because they were Jonathan's and
Yeah.
they don't fit him. So I was like, like, you have to wear these. And then I brought him a
I would have
shirt
just
out.
stayed wet.
I told him, no, it's fine. I'll sit like this. I'm almost dry.
I was like,
And
change right now.
yeah.
And then I gave him one of my shirts. That's how I was saying, like, oh,
Yeah.
my clothes fits you.
I was
No,
very.
that was funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, whose shirt is this? And she was like, why? It's like, because it fits.
Like, perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
was.
God.
I was
Weird.
very puzzled by the picture that you were posting. I was like, this fool.
Right. Because he's
Fucking
like what,
traitor,
the
motherfucker.
third team he changed to.
Yeah.
Because I have the videos of me in Packer gear on my Instagram. Then you have me in Rams gear. You're like, okay,
I'm
what
like,
the
what
fuck's
is
going on?
This guy's like a homie hopper, but with football teams. I was like,
Dena with her 3 jerseys.
yep.
I'm glad we got to do this and get to know
Yeah, we got to
Everybody.
know
about your
you.
smartness a little bit better. I've been wanting to do this, actually. I've been wanting to ask you guys, but I don't know. Yeah, we got to do Dena next. I'm not very interesting at all, TBH.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not at
We'll
all.
talk about you and your Nas.
Oh, my God.
You're
I'm just a
Naslier.
rat. I was just a ratchet-ass bitch when I was
There we go. We
younger.
talk about you being
Ghetto-ass,
ratchet.
ratchet-ass bitch.
We
when
want
I
to
was
know about
younger.
your ratchet days. Were you always like into
Ratchet ass shit.
Who are you talking to?
Brian?
I'm like,
I like. What was your scene like? High school, middle school era. Like, what was?
What do
I
you
feel
mean
like
by
everybody.
scene?
I feel like everybody had
your,
like a.
your
I-
aesthetic?
your-
I was in the marching band.
Well, yeah,
I was
so
in
was
the
I.
concert band. I
Were
was
you
in the
really?
jazz
Yeah.
band. I was in the symphonic band. I was also an AP honor student.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you're
in
seen as in
multiple-
like yourself. Like how? Like would you identify yourself as something? Like just a student? You're just a student.
What do you mean?
I was one
Like
of
for
the AP
instance,
kids.
Like a punk?
yeah.
No, literally is.
like
a
a
cholo.
nerd.
I was one of the AP kids, which
You were a
meant I was
nerd
But
then.
so was I. I was
Nerds.
in the AP classes, but I was like
nerds.
a metalhead ish.
I love. Oh, here's the fucking weird thing is that I love Star Wars and all that, but I also love like AC/DC, Leonard Skinner, fucking
Okay.
Iron Maiden, all that. I like
I feel
all
like
that
now,
metal stuff.
I feel like now you could see that more.
yeah.
So, but when you were younger, it was just kind of, were you still trying to figure yourself out? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
You
sort
kind
of
of
thing.
remind me of
Because
like
that's the thing,
freaks
'cause-
and geeks.
Yeah, because I would
That's
wear
yours.
like you know my nerd stuff, but I would always wear like the band
Mm-hmm.
band shirts and all that, and then you know obviously I would wear my sports gear, so I would like. I don't know. I still do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you've seen me wear like the nerdy ass shit. You've seen me wear like nicer ass clothes. You've seen me wear the sports gear. Like
Yeah,
I still
he came
like.
in cowboy boots today.
Yes, I did.
yeah, his style shows, I feel now. Like, before it sounded like.
I
it
like
would be
your
better.
aesthetic. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
very open to like everything.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
like
I,
every time
that-
we see him, he's wearing something
Some,
different.
yeah, like that's one
I-
thing I didn't like about like my middle school, high school days. Like I was so limited on like band T-shirts, ripped up jeans, and,
Black
like,
stuff.
yeah, it was just like I looked crusty.
Like
look-
grunge?
Yeah,
Oh, were you not
I was
there?
very grunge.
You
in
were
the
there when I
sense-
wore my white jeans, right?
No,
You didn't see my-
have white jeans.
Yeah.
What?
You were there
I've
then.
never seen a man in white jeans.
Unless they're in like a banda.
My brother-in-law calls them my In-N-Out pants because they look like the fucking pants they give you when you work at In-N-Out.
What do you
Okay,
wear
so
that
why
with?
do you wear those? Do you just
I
like
like
them?
them because
What
I
do you
get
wear
okay,
them
so
with?
some of my more colorful shirts. So like
Okay.
my Scooby-Doo shirt, my
Oh.
No,
Garfield
he
shirt.
just what was it?
Like last
when we
week.
recorded last time when you weren't there, he I was like, "Oh, I'm making lasagna," and he's like sent me a picture that he just bought a fucking Garfield shirt, literally like a white button-up short sleeve with faces of Garfield.
Oh, those
all
are
over the
cool.
shirt.
Yeah. I've
I
seen
love
them.
Garfield.
Yeah.
But I just love that he's just like fuck it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, I
love
saw
that.
it. I was like, oh, I need this fucking Garfield shirt so bad.
You have another shirt that you wore to the house before. It was
Which
like,
one?
It had stuff all over it.
Was
like,
it my Star Wars shirt?
No.
Was it my Jurassic Park shirt? Was it my ET shirt?
No,
the
not
Jaws
that.
shirt?
I think it was Jaws. It was like shrimp or lobster or something all over it. It might have been the
Lobsters.
Jaws one. It had something over it, all over it like that though. And I was like, but now every time I go to the store, like Ross has a lot of that clothes.
Oh, I wore. They just had like. I probably like one of the flamingo ones because I have.
Yes,
the
that one, the
it's like
flamingo
it's
one.
a white button up with just flamingo.
I think that was when we went
that's
to Long
nice.
Beach and you had.
Oh
something
no
like that.
no! The one in Long Beach was a Hawaiian shirt with pictures of my cat on it.
I just
was
seen
like-
that pop up on my feed to get personalized shirts like that.
Yeah, and I
with
was
your
like,
dog's
what the
face or your
fuck
cat's
are
face.
you wearing? But it's funny now because, like I said, when I go to Ross, or they have like a lot of stuff like that. Oh, they'll have like the Rick and Morty socks.
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so fucking Bryan. He's so fucking easy to shop for.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fun.
like, oh, and Brian's birthday's in 2 weeks, so if anybody wants to
Send him over a little
Money.
Garfield.
Garfield
Money.
plush
That
Money.
doesn't sound like money.
and stuff it with money.
Hold up.
Are you showing us a picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the picture of.
So yeah, I got told at least like twice by two different guys, and they're like, if you just like dressed nicer, you're like really pretty, but like the way that you dress, that's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
They're like, just the way you dress is kind of throwing it off. It's throwing it off. I'm like, first of all, ew, get out of my face.
You're like, no one asked you.
Like, who the fuck are you?
That's so funny.
But it's like, here I am, like 15 years later, still thinking of that. Like, somebody told me to just dress a little different, and I would have more guys that approaching me, I guess.
I
Not
get
that I
I
needed
get a
more.
lot of you should smile more. That's what I get.
Really?
I will
Shit, I
smile.
get that
I've
shit
had
all
that at the
time.
store where they're like, people walk by and they're like, oh, you should just smile. And then it just like automatically makes me smile. Like, I think it's just like that resting bitch face. And then the
Yeah.
minute
I
turn,
feel like I have the ultimate resting bitch.
You do.
yeah,
ultimate.
You do because
sure.
my sister was like, I don't think I don't think your aunt likes me. I'm like, which one?
Dude,
It's
I
like,
always get that.
I was like,
always.
no.
You have a sister?
Yeah.
Oh.
My stepsisters. Two of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been honestly, there was one time that I was like butthurt about it, and it really was like made me sad.
That you look like that?
Yeah, that somebody was like,
That
oh,
you look like a bitch?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not. Like, I'm really not. And everybody, like, I remember when I first got with Jonathan, he was like, you need to like
Smile.
be more approachable.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, I get the be more
how?
approachable thing
Like, what do
because
I do?
It's all scary.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me like, oh, dude, you look like you're about to go beat someone up. I'm like,
No,
no, it's
dude.
just like my face.
No, I fucking get that shit all the time. And there was, like I said, one time, but then after, like,
I don't-
obviously they'll get to know me.
I don't see that from you.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, you just seem like an approachable person.
Because you've seen me in like not in public. Because
Not
you've
in
met me.
public, that's
You've met
true.
me not in public.
That's true.
So you've met me in
I
this
think
sort
you're
of like.
serious, though, and I'm just kind of like, is he mad?
No, I'm just like,
Because he'll just be like,
yeah, that's me not fucking thinking of
Hey.
anything.
I don't look like that, right?
no.
No.
I'm just like always happy.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just
like,
like
I wish.
always smiling. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. I'm just a happy
Must be
person.
nice.
All right, I hate to
Must
cut
be
it
nice to be
short, but
happy.
I do have movie tickets. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Go
Okay.
watch.
So thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
being here. Hope you learned a little bit more about Bryan today.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on next week's episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.